Y'all, what's good? Welcome to the stew, man. Fam North.
Volcano Beach.
Purple spells.
Y'all, what's good, man?
What up, what up, what up?
Man, chilling, man. Y'all see where we at?
Man.
At the stew.
At the stiddle.
Beautiful, man. Man, it's been a minute, man. Let's jump straight into it, man.
Yeah.
I'm sad, but I'm happy.
Right.
A lot of dope shit came from NAMM, though, man.
Man, I'm kind of salty, man. A little bit. Because, what? We went to ones when it was like shitty. Like, then we go like when and like after the pandemic and shit.
Yeah. We went to the ones when Slate first came out.
It was okay, but it wasn't like. So this really the first full
right
one since before the pandemic.
Right.
So I'm kind of salty that I missed it. I ain't go last year. Now I'm thinking about I didn't go last year, but it didn't seem like it was like as much going on. But then again, that's probably anything, man. It's cycles that go along with it.
That's true.
Every company ain't gonna have the raw shit.
That's true. And then they said they was cutting off the summer with NAMM too.
Yeah.
So it's only one NAMM a year.
That's probably why everybody went to this one too. So
yeah, this is huge,
like I
man.
said, everybody was geeked again to get back out again like that. It's a few companies that wasn't there last year. Like I think Native Instruments didn't even come last year, and there's a few other companies didn't come.
You know, I think about it. I've never seen Drummer there.
Yeah,
I've never seen them there, and to hear they drop, I think it was 2 500 series racks.
right.
It's like, okay, they want some of that bread right there.
Right. Especially doing shit that they usually don't do. Yeah, like that's what it was. I would say that's probably what had me salty. It's a lot of companies that did different things than they've ever done this year.
True.
This is probably one of the first because like Behringer was there. Behringer don't never come to NAMM. It's like a little thing. It's a thing in Germany and Europe around the same time. They usually just be there. They came to America to NAMM this year.
Well, they knew what it was. They knew this one. They had to be there. It was gonna be one. So they like, we gotta make this one.
Epic, man.
We gotta make this one, man.
Epic. I was watching it like how motherfuckers watch the playoffs. I was watching it. Like, oh, looking at the ticket.
Yeah.
Oh man, so and so brought that out,
bro.
Like, I was watching it, man. I was on the road a lot last weekend, so I kind of didn't pay attention to it as much during the day. But nighttime, I was just on YouTube watching videos all night, looking at all my emails I got during the day.
Man, I got a ton of emails that day. What was something that came out that you was excited to hear about, or just something that came out that you want to try, or hear, or test?
I want to hear, and I'm kind of salty, because on one hand, all the Behringer sent stuff is dope because it's like it's making like some of these synths and these sounds attainable to people. But I'm a synth collector myself, fam. Like it's literally a synth or two in my collection. I ain't gonna name them. That I was trying to get rid of to buy some other shit that I might want. Well, I'm saying I ain't gonna name. Like I don't like my Prophet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when I fell in love with the Prophet, I like Dude Prophet at the Synth Museum. He's got a Rev 2.
Okay.
Or a Rev 3. The new ones is not the same thing, fam. Like they kind of there, but it's like they not the same thing. It's like, okay, put it to you like this. It's like, and people be killing me because they act like they can't understand this. Okay, yes, like you could go buy like a Camaro,
right?
But what if you want a 73 Camaro? Like, how you gonna tell me like just buy a new one? It's a Camaro. It's not the same thing, fam.
Right.
Like, so I wanted a 73 Camaro and I bought a new Camaro, and I never liked this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the feeling wasn't right.
Yeah, it wasn't. Even though it looks exactly the same, that vintage knob is not vintage. It's not the real thing, fam. So. It's a certain character that old Sims got because the oscillators and the fucking envelopes and everything on it is old. So it's kind of is not perfect. But even though with the vintage knob on the sequential stuff, it kind of throws the oscillators off. But it's not the same, man. It's not the same. I can see it immediately because I got about 3 or 4. No, I don't. I got like 7, 8 fucking keyboards that's old as me or older. You can feel the difference when you're using them. I just don't like the newer ones. Like, even my Mini Moog, man, like, I haven't gotten the feel out of it that I thought I was going to get out of it. my dumb ass, I messed around and bought the damn mini mold for my MPC key. Man, I use that more than the real thing.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Is it because of the feel?
It's
Or is it
because like, so put it to you like this. It's like anything in life, man. Like I could pull up 4 of those, 3 of those inside my keyboard. You only get the patch one time. You make your patch and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But inside of my computer, inside of my MPC, plug in 1 could be the mini D. Plug in 2 could be the mini D. Plug in 3. So now I can play the lead. I can play the bass. I can do all that.
it's just easy
But
access?
that's just one. Feel me?
Okay.
So yeah, that's the real thing. And it might be a little bit better than the keyboard. Than the version inside my MPC. But I got 6 of these that I can use.
Right.
Compared to the 1. That's basically my point of what I was saying about the Behringer stuff. It's dope that Behringer is making some of these things, but some of them I don't like. Like a perfect example. See, I'm torn. Like the Lindrum.
Okay.
They remaking a Lindrum,
I remember you was telling me about that.
which is dope because that's a drum machine that somebody that's still living created. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the sounds everywhere. We all got the sounds. But the bad part about that is like it was without his blessing.
Mm-hmm.
But in their defense, he always said that he didn't really want to remake his old shit again. He always looking towards the new.
Mm.
So you get what I'm saying? So who wrong?
Right.
Are they really wrong for saying, nah, dude, you've been saying this shit for years, man. You done made 4 drum machines in the last 20 years, man. You don't want to do it, so let us do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but yeah, that stuck out to me, man, because Behringer came, and they came with, it's a Yamaha DX1. It's one of the rarest synths, one of the most sought after synths. So Behringer just grabbed one, ripped the motherfucker open, and made it one Like, so now, instead of this $70,000 synth, you can buy it for $700 eventually. You know what I'm saying? The same synth, because they just reprogramming it. Even good Roger Lynn even said it when he opened up the Lynn. He like, man, with all the intricate stuff they doing inside of that, he's like, I don't even see how they make a profit off of that. They charge $600. The motherboard and all the solders and all the shit they doing on there is worth more than $600. So I don't even understand it. How they making a profit? So internally, they may be good sense and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just don't. I think it's only certain ones that are good because I've had some Behringer ones that sucked. Like my Monopoly is great. It sounds good. But I had the mini D. The D4. It's like a mini Moog times 4. It sucked, man. The oscillators was all fucked up. It never tuned right. My Monopoly, you could leave it off for months and turn it on. It's fine. So that's one of the ones they got right. But they got a few, like the Odyssey one. Man, I was ready to throw that shit out the window. I had it for like 2 months.
Why?
Sold it. It just, you couldn't get it to tune right. The envelopes was weird. Like, I could have just had a defective unit, whatever. But if that's my only time using your shit, it don't matter. Like, I ain't trying to hear that yours was just defective. Like, bro, nah, you sold me some shit that didn't work right. Did y'all QC this shit? That's the difference. When you selling a sense for $3,000, y'all gonna make time to QC that shit. When it's $500,
Right.
that's different. You know what I'm saying? The level of the motherfucker that's QCing it is different.
Right.
So, yeah, but it's just kind of crazy that like some of these synths that we sought after, that we've been lusting, like they just making versions of them, bro. They making a new Prophet is coming. They making a Jupiter is coming. They made the DX1. It's coming. Like none of these are out yet. The DX1 is coming. The Lindrum is coming.
Dang.
They literally took like they already got the 808 and the 909. So they literally got probably a top 10 list of all the most sought after synths. They making them, or they made them already. The mini mode, they already made one. Synths and drum machines, like
Wow.
it's a magic for inside of an MPC and it probably don't suit them to make a fully digital piece of gear like that. But otherwise, they probably would make an MPC clone.
So,
But the
why?
MPC, I say the MPC, the MPC community is too big for that and too loyal and like too nuts for that. nobody would ever buy a fucking Behringer MPC. You know what I'm saying? It's pointless. They'd be just wasting their time.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why they don't do it. Otherwise, they probably do that too.
That's crazy. So Behringer then made they reproduce
Yeah.
damn near every
Recreate, yep.
synth
Damn near every like sought after synth. They recreated it. Or
and drum machines.
synths and drum machines. Yeah, they recreating them now. Or they already did it. Like I say, they already got the 808, 909, Mini Moog, and the Odyssey. That's a big number already.
And Behringer started out as a live sound
ARP
company.
2600. Yeah, they just like, I wouldn't say live sound company, but just like an audio company, just like audio pieces. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what their first products was, but I remember them from like mixers. Yeah, I guess
Okay.
powered mixers.
Yeah, that's what I remember them
passive
from.
speakers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So for them to get into
Crossovers and shit like that.
further in their production line into music instruments, wow, that's all I
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah, I ain't think about that. You right, because like one of the Mini Moogs is like one of their first synths they ever made.
Yeah,
I think that Mini Model D is the first synth they ever made.
that's crazy.
And that was less than 10 years ago. Look at all the shit they got. That was probably
And-
like 8 years ago.
And you saying these boards are going 10% of they cost?
Way less. What you mean? Of like
like
what
you
the
just
original
said,
cost?
yeah, like the
Nah, them
original.
shit's way less, man. Like you could get a, well, in some cases they weigh some. So so you buy a brand new Mini Moog for what? For like 5,000.
Okay, 10%,
brand new,
500.
Yeah, a brand new mini Model D will cost you about 600, or you can get the rack for like 300.
Wow. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Just
they
a little
going,
bit under.
but they going crazier now because like this next batch of synths they making is like sought after shit that cost 70,000, 60, 40,000. Like they probably gonna do the Prophet VS eventually, but they doing the Jupiter 8.
Really?
So
I remember you was talking about
DX1,
getting the Jupiter.
yeah, I want a 4. I don't like the 8.
Okay.
Jupiter 8 DX1 and the damn Prophet 10. They making them. No, they actually made it 16 voices. It's a Prophet 16.
So this is
So-
something added to it now.
Yeah, this is more than
So this is like some future shit, some shit they thought of.
Yeah, not even it's just still it's just that, but just more voices added.
Wow. So band.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Oberheim OB. They made it UB XA. It's like
So-
$900, $1,100.
So Behringer would be the Jumpman's to the authentic sense. You know how you got the Jordans and the Jumpmans, or you got the Yamahas and
No,
all
they
the
worse
sense
than
of
that,
the-
man. They like
you said they worst.
yeah, because you got to think Jumpman's is real Jordans though.
Right,
Like,
right.
so
So what I'm saying is they got the okay, because
no,
if they
get
didn't,
the
they would be in
okay.
lawsuits.
They didn't get the okay.
Wow.
That's the problem. A lot of these synth people, a lot of these people that design this stuff, you got to remember how like intellectual property and business work. So if, example, Alan Perlman, ARP, that's Alan R. Perlman, ARP, that's his company. When he lost his company, he lost his like intellectual property and everything. So if he was the man in the 70s and he lost his company in the 80s, he technically don't own that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some corporation somewhere might own it. The copyright, like the trademark might be owned, but he got sued from Mini Moog about the trademark shit too. So only reason I'm saying that is like the original owners a lot of times don't even own this shit no more. So, and when it come to like me physically doing something, if I could do it in a way that's not exactly yours, my motherboard, I didn't copy your shit 100%. Like how could you? So they don't say the names. They just like change it and make their name. But that's the problem with it, in my opinion. Like if y'all taking shit from people who like currently doing shit, now that's different. Like I ain't saying that like anybody would be salty you took their design
Right.
and just ran with it. That's like remember the homie from that company, Empirical Labs, that was complaining about Slate.
Yes.
It's literally the same thing he was saying. It ain't about. It's about y'all so fucking good. Why don't y'all just create y'all own stuff? That's like exactly what he was saying about Slate ripping they shit. Like, bro, y'all got y'all these raw ass designers. Y'all got all these good ass people. Why don't y'all just make y'all own stuff? Why are y'all cloning? And that's kind of the same thing. Like Rod DeLynn, he kind of confirmed it that damn, like I opened it up and it's great. Why y'all don't just put that same ingenuity and just making y'all own shit? You know what I'm saying? I guess because in this world now, if you haven't built that name, it's pointless. You should just be making plugins. You're going to lose your money on hardware. So that's the only reason they want to make hardware. So they just going to rip off the old shit to make the hardware instead of, because probably if they made their own shit without a name in the game, it probably would be pointless. Won't nobody buy that shit.
Right.
Ain't nobody buying a Behringer synth, a brand new Behringer synth. Why would somebody buy that?
Right. And they just slap their own weird ass name on it, and niggas will be like, "Oh, this is just this." But if you put something and say, "Yo, this is the Jupiter 8, the Behringer way," they gonna be like, "All right,
Yep.
well, I got a Jupiter 8."
Because keeping it real, one of they synths, the Deep Mind, is one of the coldest synths that came out in that little era, like late 2000s era. I mean, late like early, right before the 2020s. That little 5-year period, they got one of the best synths that came out in that time. But it's a Behringer. Like, I'm sorry, it's a Behringer. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna have that stigma with it no matter what. So because they only got like 2 original synths. They got that and then the Neutron. That's it. All the rest of them is clones, and they probably got 20 synths now.
Wow.
Think about that. They
got a museum now.
Yeah, the Model D was the first one, probably less than 10 years ago. Now they got 20, and only 2 of them are fucking just original designs. So yeah, it's cool. Like that's one of the things that stuck out to me the most. I was like, Behringer came. I ain't never thought I'd see Behringer there because like I don't know how if they used to go to NAMM, but the 5 to 8, 7 NAMMs or whatever I've been to, Behringer never was there.
Yeah, that's true, especially from the music instrument aspect. Because every time we went, you was with the, I guess I could say it, you was with the real synth designers and playing with the Prophets and the Rolands, you know what I'm saying? You was playing with those keyboards. I've never seen Behringer either now that you said
I never
it,
seen Behringer. Because they literally used to promote like this thing they be in Germany or around NAMM, they'll really run a real big promotion campaign where they'll be just like promoting what they doing, which was kind of smart now thinking about it. Instead of all the thousands of dollars they spending going to NAMM, they should spend it on like promotion. Like, okay, that shit going over and over there, but look what we doing. Right. That's what they used to do.
Okay.
So they finally just came to NAMM this time. So I'm salty I missed that, man. But that's not the saltiest I'm about.
Okay, what's the saltiest you about?
This was finally our year. Beat makers. NAMM was mostly like, it was a lot of beat making type of shit at NAMM this year. And I'm salty I wasn't there. You feel what I'm saying? Like this one of the like the best years for beat makers ever. If you look at all the stuff that came out, the events that happened, everything, this was like the best year for beat makers and shit at NAMM. That's what I'm kind of salty about. Like, damn, it's the year I didn't go.
And you know what's so crazy though? One thing about NAMM, you never know until you get there. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care how much you think you know, but when you get there, it's the outcome is different.
Right.
It's always different. You know what I'm saying? I remember one year we went there, and they had a whole bunch of free live sound classes.
Yeah.
Didn't even promote it. But when you got there, you seen it on the paper. Like they had a whole separate hotel where they was just doing live sound classes.
I ain't think about that. Yeah, you're right. They did.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like being there. It's a.
Yeah, you're right.
You're gonna get something different, bro. You're gonna get something different.
Because it's like you got the main people.
Yep.
But sometimes they don't. Because like think about it. One time we went, and was that Marshall? You remember that big ass area Marshall had? They never do that.
The
now.
whole second floor.
They had the whole section,
The whole
fam.
fucking
All of
second
their
floor.
products, all they different lines, KRK, all that shit that's
Yup.
they was showcasing all of that.
Yup.
Man, you probably won't even get them. You can't, because it's like it comes
And you had to have a
goes.
special badge to get
Roland
in.
did that one year.
Yup.
So it's like okay, it's like people's budgets open up every couple years or something, and they can do something like that. And this was one of the years for a car like that. That's why I'm kind of salty. Because remember when I had to know people to get in that little bitty room to see an NPC. Now they got whole goddamn things where they just got dope motherfuckers on the stage making beats in front of people now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like Zaytoven was there making beats on stage in front of everybody. A couple other people, Joe, like they just had motherfuckers just making beats, Joe, on the stage, and it's 20, 30 people, 40, whatever, just watching. Or they had other like Q&As with dope producers and shit. Like this was a Kai year, fam. I ain't gonna lie. This probably was their best year. What now I'm thinking about it, because the victory they got over motherfucking Native Instruments now, because that's not even a thing no more. It's like back in the day how we used to, man, Jay-Z, Nas. Okay, everybody, it's a consensus. Nas won. Like, we don't got to talk about it no more. That's how the Akai and I thing is. Like, it's not even a question no more. Akai left Native Instruments in the dust. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not Native Instruments, Machine in the dust. So, is that paired with the fact that programs like Ableton did some weird shit this year? Like, they did too much, in my opinion. Like, call me old school, call me weird. I'm not a traditional musician, obviously, so I really can't talk shit, because them motherfuckers can talk shit. They can play everything and all that. But they got a lot of weird generative shit in there and all of that, where you don't even got to know how to make music. Fuck making music, because at first, in my opinion, it's people that know how to really play an instrument. It's people that know how to program and do shit. It's people who know how to use equipment. I ain't gonna lie, Ableton just kind of made it so like you don't even gotta be either one of them people, fam. You just know how to, like, it's like some AI shit almost, fam. They did a lot of weird AI shit. I wouldn't say it's AI, but it technically is, like generative. They put generative shit on like damn near every rack and shit, so you could just come up with shit. Like, it's kind of whack in my opinion, Joe. Like, say what you want to say. I guess too, I'm in a stage now. That's probably why I'm using the MPC key more, because I'm just sitting there, just me and the keyboard more than I've ever been. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say ever been, because that's how I started off, just on the MPC sound module and the fucking MIDI controller. I couldn't do nothing but figure it out. So I'm back in that phase now. So a lot of the extra shit on Ableton, like literally this shit sounds like blasphemy, but I'm probably finna start using something else. I'm finna start and I ain't talking about for mixing and recording. I'm talking about just for production. I'm really gonna start sounding to see what Logic and Studio One got to offer, because the drawbacks of Ableton don't make, the stuff that's good in Ableton is not making up for the drawbacks for me no more.
Okay.
The drawbacks are bigger than what's good, because I don't need a lot of that shit that's in Ableton.
Okay.
You feel me? Like,
because you use a lot of hardware to produce.
That too, and just like setting up. Yeah, that's the biggest part. Keeping it real. When I started getting on the MPC and collecting and having all these synths, I probably killed Ableton back then. I just didn't know it, because I was just doing all this shit on the MPC and then just finish it off of Ableton. But now, when I'm trying to change my workflow, like a perfect example, in every other program, this would be nothing if you know how to use a program. I don't know about FL. I don't use FL. But every other program I use, this would be nothing. I use the Console 1 now. I'm like, okay, what's the best way I can get the best out of Console 1? Not by putting it on the tracks. No, by making buses and putting everything. So I have a drum bus, a bass bus, a synth bus, all this shit. And the point of me doing that is because I got hardware. So if I ever want to send bus everything over to those, so And I'm talking about like my track's not even going, like setting up a template set. So every time I record my beats in, the drums is gonna be on track one, the kicks on track one, boom, boom, so forth and so forth. Bass is gonna be on track 4, if 7 if it's bass. You feel me? I'm trying to set up my workflow like that so I can be able to feed out to my summon mixer and shit like that from the faders of console 1. Ableton is the hardest program to set up bus ends in. Like honestly, having more than 2 bus ends, the goddamn whole the whole goddamn program goes haywire. It even looks crazy. You can't even have that shit set up. Yes, like it's one of those things you don't think about until you start trying to use it. Like
Why
trying
is
to
that,
set
though?
up 10 bus ends in Ableton.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that shit is a nightmare.
But why,
It's a
though?
nightmare because it ain't built for that. It ain't built for that. It just ain't. Like it's cool. Like it might be cool for you to have 2 or 3 effects for you to just be triggering shit on the flies for people doing shows and shit. But it ain't for really setting up a real workflow that I'm gonna have a template set that I know this fader is gonna feed to this and it's gonna go to that because I got the bus in set up. Nah, Ableton. So I got to start. I'm not gonna use Pro Tools. I'm motivated to not ever open Pro Tools again. Because I'd rather just use Studio One or Logic, you know what I'm saying, and start just working in that shit. So both of those got bus ins, and they gonna be able to set up the way I want it. And just like little shit with Ableton, like Console One, the faders just work inside of Console One. They don't work inside of your DAW. Logic, I didn't have to do any fucking configuration. Reinstall it on my computer, the faders work on the damn. So the fader is not just, so if you never use Console 1 has got a program that goes with it. So every track you load with Console 1 on it, it's another program that it basically it's kind of like, it's like a console. It's like console. So just imagine, you know how you could put that console plug-in on your channels?
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if that console plug-in had another software attached to it that you can actually like use plugins and mix with it.
Okay.
That's what Console 1 is. But the problem inside of Ableton is when you start pushing the faders up and down, you're only doing it inside of that software. So the way I was going to try to get around it is just flatten out my Ableton faders and then just do all the leveling there. But what's the point of that? I'm supposed to be able to just look at this shit. It's supposed to feel like I'm using hardware.
Right.
Soon as I just turned it on to Ableton, move the faders, they move in Logic. I move the faders, they move in Logic. So the faders actually control Logic, not just that companion software.
Gotcha.
Day one. We ain't even got into like me setting up the bus ends to give myself that workflow that I want. We just got into just putting it on day one. You feel what I'm saying? So, and coupled with the fact with these damn silicone computers that I'm gonna be able to open up way more shit in Logic on a Mac anyway.
It's true.
Ableton is one of the worst programs when it comes to CPU. Like I say,
And I thought they was good with CPU.
nah, it's the worst because Ableton taxes out cores individually. That's the problem. I don't know if they still do it. It feels like it's still done. So you can have a 32 core fucking computer. It doesn't matter if it's taxing them out individually. Logic knows to automatically grab a little bit from every one evenly so that you gradually go up to your limit. Ableton, boop, one is maxed out. So you it's like lifting weights or some shit like that. Like you gotta rip the muscle to get more strength. That's how Ableton works. So the whole time you feel like so it don't matter if you're on a 2-core computer or a 32-core computer. It damn near feels the same because it maxes out the cores and then goes to the next core. That's how it used to work. But I 100% know that's how it used to work. But it still I can't say with certainty it still works like that, but it feels like that. So it's a lot of gripes with Ableton. I'm not one of them people that gonna sit up here and lie and act like it ain't no. Nah, you could be opening up 4 plugins and be at 40% on your CPU. That's routine. But the next time you open the bitch up, it might not even do that. It ain't even no consistency with it. Ableton is weird as hell. And when I think about it, I'm like, I don't even sample like that no more. Because that's the beauty of Ableton. the stuff you can do as far as like shape and sound, just a sampled sound.
So it's like a sound designer tool.
Yeah, it's definitely a sound design tool, but technically, Machine is a better sound design tool. Nothing compares to Machine as a sound design tool. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So technically, I got a better program as a sound design tool than Ableton anyway. But as far as the DAWs, none of the DAWs compared to what Ableton can do sound design wise.
Okay.
So, but yeah, when it comes to the only thing I'll miss in Ableton, honestly, is drum bus. That's it. That's it. But if I find 3 or 4 plugins put together that give me the same feel, I won't even miss that.
Right. So you pretty much worked yourself out of Ableton.
I worked myself out of Ableton, bro. It go like it's just the automatic thing I do. Oh yeah, and I didn't even mention the worst part of Ableton, the way it handles MIDI. With somebody that's using an MPC and I need the MIDI to be rock solid, I bought a $200 fucking piece trying to make it work right, and the shit still don't work right. When now I'm fucking with Logic, it's like probably the best program when it comes to timing. Logic got SMT and all that shit built into it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say I was anti-Logic. I just Ableton was enough and it did enough to make Logic look stupid. It don't do enough now because all the programs got that shit that Ableton had in it now. Like to be able to speed shit up and slow it down according to the tempo of what you're doing. All the programs do that now. Studio One do it for sure. Like Logic, you still got to tell it to do it. Studio One just do it now. Like you shit at 91 and you want to go to 107, it automatically does it. You ain't got to do nothing on the tracks. You ain't got Pro Tools. You still got to tell the track to do it. Logic, you got to tell the track to do it. Studio One just does it, just like Ableton just does it. The only difference between the two is easy as hell to turn it off on Ableton. I don't know how easy it is to turn it off on Studio One. So I'm literally about to buy like the new upgrade to Studio One to see if I want to, because it's only like, I think I get it for like $80 or some shit like that, $90. So I'm going to get that mod and just see if I could just use it. Because I'm only using this shit to record and mix and edit. Okay. I don't need it to do all the shit that I used to need in Ableton. Just simply put, Ableton came when I couldn't afford MPCs and shit like that and synthesizers. Now I got a whole room full of them. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it.
Yeah, there's a couple of things I like about Studio One. They got like a master project section. And I feel like that's dope because now you can set up your whole template within that project section. So whenever you got a session coming in for mastering, it's already there, uploaded,
that's dope,
ready to go. So Studio One is definitely dope. And I got reintroduced into Studio One when we was in LA and found out that your key commands in Studio One, you can tell it you want Pro Tools key commands, Logic key commands, or you can set your own custom key commands, which I thought was dope.
Right.
So low key, we was using Studio One when we started our podcast back then.
Yeah, I recorded albums and that. Yeah, Studio One because we record for hours and it don't glitch, fam. Yeah. Like live sound, like if you recording bands, you should be using Studio One, man, because like you can record for hours and it won't glitch.
Yeah. I remember
that's what it got over Ableton. You know what I'm saying? I've never recorded long form in Ableton. I mean, not Ableton. I'm sorry. That's what it got over Pro Tools. I've never recorded long form in Ableton, so I don't know.
I recorded long form and Pro Tools for a couple of church events, and it was cool as long as I had an external drive, and I was recording to an external drive.
Right.
If I was recording, but then again, the drive had to be 7,200 RPM. It couldn't be 5,400 RPM. So yeah, like Pro Tools is good, but 7,200 RPM or a solid state drive and you're good.
Okay.
It's going. It's not gonna stop. But never had that problem with Studio One though. Never had that problem with Studio One. I was recording bands off the PreSonus back in 2015 and 16 with that.
Yeah.
So yeah. But okay, we talked about Behringer. SSL came out with an interface, an ADAT, and they linked up with, is it Harris?
Yeah, Harrison.
Harrison. They hooked up with Harrison, and I believe they made a channel strip. Was it a channel strip? Let me
Yeah,
confirm
Harrison
that.
got some 500s. Yeah. Or am I talking about the
No,
EQ and the compressor?
no,
Or they got a new one?
I'm talking about what was the console that they used to do Michael Jackson?
Yeah, Harrison.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
So yeah. They linked up together and they did a channel strip.
Mm.
I'm gonna double check and make sure I'm right. But yes, I would love. I'm happy for SSL and the ADAT because everybody love their pre's. They love their pre's. The pre's are clean. That's something
Damn, I ain't think about that. That's a cheap
yes,
way to get SSL free,
yes.
Sam. That's 8 of them.
I would
Damn,
definitely
I'm
invest in
sleep. I
that.
did not think about that
Yes,
at all.
yes,
That's a cheap
yes,
way to get 8
yes,
SSL preamps,
yes, man.
Sam.
I'm definitely down to cop that, especially for tag production,
Right.
for the live sound.
Right.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a cheap way to get SSL because I wanted those damn pure drives.
Yes.
That's an even cheaper way to get them.
Yes. So just yeah, like I want to check that out. I seen the interface. I'm a UAD head because of their dynamic range, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something heavy wide. I have not seen an interface that's pushing out 130 like them. And they may be coming in at
my dumb
130.
ass ain't no preamps on here.
There's no
they
preamps?
smart. Hey, look, we didn't give you no preamps, dog. Go get the
Okay.
pure drives.
Wow.
Nah, ain't no preamps on here. It's all line. That's funny as hell, fam. They know what they doing. They're like, yeah, go get that pure drive, bro. We made the pure drive cheap. Go buy that.
And what the pure drive is, that's an octave too, ain't it?
Yeah, you get Octo, yeah. Because the 8-channel pure drive is 25. That's cheap as hell for
Yeah,
8 SSL preamp.
the ADAT is what, $899?
11. Because this bitch got ADAT on it too, the pure drive. So if you can afford it, I'll buy the pure drive and a new preamp. I mean, a new interface. That'll be.
SSL solid state logic alpha 8 A to D, D to A converter expander.
Yeah, I'm
USB
tweeting. Yeah, it's
interface.
$899. You right, 900. Yeah, man. If you got the bread to get
I'll still do it.
I
Though.
say if you record, I say that's what it'd be the caveat. Not like that's what we was talking about. Like I believe like they stuff is mostly for people recording.
This wouldn't be for drums though. This would be for keys. This would be like for DIs because you said it's line level. Already.
No, I'm talking about my bad. I'm talking about the interface itself.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
interface itself, I don't believe is gonna be the best for mixing.
Oh yeah,
But
nah.
They got leveling on all the channels on the inputs. That's phenomenal. On any interface that's 8, and you got leveling for all 8 channels right there on the front. That's love. And then if you get something like a pure drive to use with it as an ADAT, what's that? How much is that, man? That's a decent amount. That'll be what, like 3,500.
Yeah.
But that's like 16 SSL channels though.
There they
See
go a
what I'm
cheat
saying?
code. They go a cheat code. So yeah, I'm like I still want to hear this ADAT from SSL. API drop a summon mixer.
Yeah, I saw that.
A summon.
I wasn't
mixer.
excited though when I saw it. It's cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
API is very I like their compressor.
Right.
The preamp is strong, but that's for a certain type of sound though. Like I feel like API is very big.
Yeah.
And that's what Jay-Z's engineer,
Young Guru.
Young Guru, that's what he used.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on Jay. API 2500, yes. That's
Now
his
that's
sound.
something different. Like, see, that's something.
That's-
My
that's-
problem with this summon mixer is just they just gave motherfuckers a summon mixer. Like, what are y'all doing?
Right.
How what do you think y'all finna get 3 stacks just cause y'all? Come on, bro. Like, how much sense that make? Like, that they I don't know, man. Like, cause if I got 3 stacks to spend on the summon mix, I'm buying a Neve. That's stupid. The 8812. Why would I buy this? That's my thing. Why would I buy this?
Well, that's because they probably still got some API features. Like I say, Guru, that's his thing, API.
It's a lot to it. Now I'm looking at the back of it. Yeah, they thought out some things because they got inserts and sends. They got sends and returns on all the inputs. That's different.
Oh, that's dope.
That's big, to be honest. That's big. But like, I can't see it, man. And it's two mixes, but it don't do enough for me. Like all these inputs and outputs, why didn't they put a real master section on it then? Because if they trying to fuck with people like the SSL X Desk
Mm-hmm.
or the Neve 8812, they both got a master section so you can use it as the front end on your recording setup. You can't do that with this.
See, that's
What's
dope.
the point of that?
Well, see, that's probably why they did the returns on every channel though, to where you can adjust it from because even with the
8816, not 8812. The Neve. Yeah, I'm taking 8816 over that, fam.
well, I'm definitely taking Neve over any of them.
Because you and if you got the money, you later you can add the faders on the damn Neve. I'm cool, Joe. I take the Neve over that.
Drummer, they got them some room in this play this year. They definitely came out with some 500 series.
Yeah.
I believe I want to see if that was the multi-band or was it just a 3-band 500 series they had.
I ain't gonna lie, that's what'll kill me. SSL, it's on sale right now, man. I should have bought it when I first saw it. That G bus they got, that's 3-band. If they ever do that in real life, it's over. I'm buying that shit immediately.
Okay, bet. That's what I thought. It's a 7-band.
Okay.
It's a 7-band stereo equalizer for only $539.
Well, a real piece of gear?
Yes, this is Drummer. This is their
Wait,
500
what's
series.
the name of it? Like,
No. Okay, it's not it's called Stereo 7. No, hold on, man. Let me click on this. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get this right.
yeah, Stereo 7-band. It's $500. They just saying, fuck this hard. Like, they're throwing it out here, fam. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they have select bands, though.
Okay.
They
That's still
selected
cool,
the
though.
bands, and now
Because
this
I'm
is what
looking
you're
at this
doing.
like how the APIs is with the selected bands or whatever.
So I'm a big fan of the 5112. Anytime I'm finalizing a mix, I look at 5112. I see they got the 50, they got the 130, they jumped to 320, they went to 800, 2K, 5K, 12K, and then they do have a compressor on there with a crush button, and then you can switch the order. You can do EQ and compression first, or compression and then EQ.
See, they
I
put
wonder
an
if you
air
can
band
bypass.
in
Okay,
there.
yeah. Then you can bypass one
They
of
should
the
have
other.
gave us an air.
Yeah, I'm not
They should have gave
too.
us an air.
I get the 320 because you definitely have a lot of problems with 320, but I feel like that's more for me. That's more live sound.
Right.
320 and 800 for me. I feel like that's more live. But in the studio, you can catch that 320.
2K
and
is
that
weird to be a band on here.
Yeah,
2K is super weird.
130 for me is weird. I would have did a 150. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's they sound though. That's why they
Yeah,
are.
I
who
would
they
have
are.
never paid attention to this because I seen that drama release shit, but I wasn't paying attention to this. This is one of
Yeah.
the best deals that came
It
out.
is,
man.
bro.
Like,
It is very good.
This is a
First of all,
phenomenal
it's a
deal,
7-band, so you gonna work with that 7-band for $540. And they came out with one more. I forgot what the other one was. Let's see. The other one is okay. So it's just the single band. So you can get the stereo for $530, $539, or you can get the single band
Oh damn, the
for
single band
$350.
got the compressor on it too. But
Yes,
it's just
for
a button.
$350.
Like
That's
you don't
dope.
get to do nothing.
That's dope. But think about it. Going in. I don't see myself.
Oh, it say okay.
Cutting
The
a
crush
lot.
button is just it say
You know
it
these.
warms up your mix with harmonic saturation.
You know these. These 7 bands give me Triton. If I go
Okay.
look at our Triton that we got in there, a couple of these frequency numbers go with each other. But it does say vintage though, so that makes sense.
Yeah, this ain't a bad one, man. Like I wasn't paying attention to this at all.
Yeah, man. As soon as I seen those and I seen the prices, I was like, okay, They trying to get. That's why I said they trying to get their foot in, bro. Now, if they came out with that multi-band that they got for the full rack,
Nah, that's different.
they did that with the.
That's different.
Come on, man.
They need to go and do that and stop
Come
playing.
on, man. That'd
we
be
all
nice.
about that. If like, 'cause
yes,
that rack is cool, but like, I'd rather just have like in a 500 series.
yes, I would love that.
That's why I told you, like, if SSL gonna do that with the, I get it. That like, that's gonna be super expensive if they do that. That the G bus, the multi-band G bus, but that'd be nuts though, fam. If they do a multi-band G bus, I'm buying that as soon as it come out. Like literally, put it in my pre-order. I'm buying that shit. Cause for you to be able to, what do you call it? Fuck around with like each band in a hardware setting.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you got 3 G buses. Cause like on the newer G buses, we got blend and all that shit. Well, like not blend. The side chain for like where you want the compressor to start working.
Okay. Yeah.
Over what frequency? So now the difference is now instead of just saying don't fuck with my low end, now I got a band dedicated to that low end. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
SSL do that. I'm buying that, bro. Like no hesitation.
Right. So somebody that's been out for a while, they dropped a hardware piece. Antelope did an optical valve compressor.
That compressor, that CL1B.
So for you using Antelope a lot, what's the take on this compressor?
Probably not. Yeah, I think they dropped the ball. They should have made the other one.
Okay.
So Tube Tech got a 2-channel that people say sounds just like the other one, but it's a stereo and everybody don't like it.
Okay.
I think they should have made that one. If this was their first piece of hardware, like I get it. They like we're gonna give them something that's a little bit cheaper that they can actually get. Because you buy a Tube Tech, you gotta wait a year for it.
Right.
Unless you're gonna buy somebody inflated price. You put the money down for a Tube Tech now, you might get it this time next year. So I'm pretty sure the Antelopes are going to be coming soon. I like the fact that they got the plug-in recall. I think all plug-ins should have that now. I mean, not plug-ins, hardware should have that now.
That'll be dope.
Because at the end of the day, we got to be able to recall shit, man.
Right.
Like, I hate the fact
about
we
the
in this
RMS.
world. I hate the fact we in this world, but we got to, man. We got to be able to recall that shit, man. So... but I just don't like the fact that they started off with just a single unit, man. They should have just did a stereo. They should have just did that other CL1. I mean, I forgot. I think it's a C. I don't know exactly the number on it. The Tube Tech, the stereo Tube Tech. But I think they should have did that one. But then again, I can't really say that because like it's the same thing I'm talking crap about the other company. Like, when you making shit that people is currently producing, that's kind of weird in my opinion, bro.
Okay.
That's weird. Like, how you make a version of something that somebody is currently producing? That's weird, fam. Like,
well, I just feel like people just want to put their foot in and get money with something. You know what I'm saying? Like they see people getting money over there. They like, let's make it. People know our name. They know we good at certain things. Let's see what we can get out the deal. You know what I'm saying? Because jumping right into it, Black Lion.
Yeah.
Chi-Town's own. You feel me? They came out with a level lock compressor coming from, if I'm not mistaken, it was Scherz was the first one.
Yeah.
So they just kind of like, yo, we gonna redo this, but our way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. $500, man.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of like it's too much to even think about a name, man. Like I'm still like when I'm on, cause my point of reference when I'm looking for NAMM or any new stuff, man, I'm looking on Sweetwater or I'm looking at Vintage King. You know
That's it. Them the main two right there.
Them the two. So if you look at they new at NAMM section, oh man, it's them section so big. Like I went down the section on Vintage King one day, man. I mean, I think that was maybe Sweetwater. It's like 79 products on that, fam.
Yeah, man.
And that's think about that. That's just the stuff they think is dope.
Right.
That's way
not even more.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not even the stuff. That's not even the stuff that's not even hitting them. There's some people just doing private. You got dope companies out there. Audioscape. They dope.
They killed it too. You see the stereo
Yes.
full tech.
And they
That's
even
what you
dropped the
supposed to be
prices.
doing. You supposed to be doing shit that we ain't seen before.
Right.
Like where you gonna get a stereo tube tech from? You know what I'm saying? Do something special.
Because that's gonna be a new sound. That's gonna be a new sound because you've never had the ability to do it stereo. So you never had the ability to pump that out stereo. So by it being stereo, it's just a new sound now.
Right.
It's a whole new feel.
In my opinion, that's up there with the SSL bus too, bro. Like some new shit that we ain't think about.
Right.
That it came out. Like that's what I'm talking about. See, I hate when companies don't do shit like that, in my opinion. When companies just rest on their laurels or just do some like, okay, so we'll just do since they doing that, we'll do that. Nah. Give us something.
They
new,
making
man.
money there. They
API,
making money there. Let's do it.
Let's just rip out the summon section of the box and give it to them.
Right.
No, bro, that's some bullshit, man. I don't want that. Like it's nothing on here.
Right.
The box got a whole master section on it. Why you ain't just put that in the rack then? Like, fam, why didn't you put that in the rack? It's already on the box.
Right. That's
why
true.
didn't you put it in the rack? The SSL got it. The SSL got it. The Neve got it. That's who you competing with. You ain't competing with what's the other one? SPL and shit. Like SPL might have it on their higher end ones. I don't know what they higher end summon mixes are.
Shout out to SPL.
Yeah, and Dangerous is they don't want you to not buy the other monitor controllers and all that, so they not gonna put a master section on they summon mixer. But bro, like, why didn't API put the master section on the summon mixer? So this can be the front end of my whole studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely feel you for that one, bro. Straight up, man. Barefoots.
Yeah.
Barefoots. They dropped their Barefoot Sound Footprint 03 active studio monitors. You can get the left and the right, or you can get the left, center, and right system for $3,500.
And
that's
cheap
not bad,
for
bro.
Barefoot.
For Barefoot.
Look, they made it for us. We like.
Well, first
they
of
made
all,
it for people on our level, fam.
First of all, just the left-right system is $3,000. So for them to give you left-right and throw in the center for $3,500,
yeah, that's a good deal.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's a deal, bro. That is a deal. I buy that. Thank you, Barefoot. I know what I want for my birthday.
Right.
Barefoot did that.
I want the other ones though. The what's that? The 01s? I want the 01s though.
Okay, why you want the 01s?
Just bigger and just more sound. And the 03s got a port, and the other ones don't. And the woofer's got an 8-inch. It's a real 8-inch woofer on the 03s. So Sure dropped a lot of microphones. Yeah, they did. They dropped so much stuff. I couldn't even.
A lot of microphones.
A lot of microphones. Shit. No, I'm wrong. I'm tweaking. Yeah, I'm not right. I mean, I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. The 03s is the first ported Barefoots. So the other one's not ported.
Okay.
And I'm seeing how speakers without port sound with it's only a few though, keeping it real, like on I would say on my level, because the bigger ones don't have ports.
Really?
Yeah, like the speaker is supposed to be like a cab. You're supposed to get the sound of the box, not a hole in the box. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man. The only time I don't even think I heard the Barefoots yet.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think when we went to NAMM that time, we went in that room. Those was PMCs, I think.
Yeah.
Or was it PMCs or PCMs? PMCs.
That's PMC. Yeah.
Yeah, and those was.
I was fortunate at Ivy Lab. They had them when I first started being there.
The Barefoots?
Yeah, they had micro mines up in there. Then they sold them and got the ATCs or whatever.
We also heard those too. We actually went to Vintage King in LA to hear those joints. Yeah, ATCs is dope. ATCs is dope, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, you know, Miss NAMM this year, but they dropped a lot of dope stuff. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to. I really would love to uh, hear the drummer 500 series. I just want to see because the Triton we got is very thin. It's just like when you cut, you cut. You know, like you cutting. So like it don't give me no type of harmonics. It's like straight. It's just it cuts harsh, man. It's like it's thin when you finish with it. So I would like to hit a drummer just to see if it got any type of warmth to it. You know what I'm saying? And I would probably just like to hear that single line because I'm definitely Pull Tech. If they got a Pull Tech stereo, that's what I want on my master chain right there. I love that Pull Tech. Pull Tech is awesome, amazing. That warmth that it gives out and the frequency ranges that it does for me, I'm happy with those.
Right.
I would definitely love to get a stereo one of them joints. I would like to try the SSL A to D converters too, man. Just to see what is it still that clean signal? Am I still getting the clean signal even at line level? You know, is that circuit switching over? Them keys sounding rough playing, but I put it through the A that is like, damn.
Right.
I just want to check that out and see how that is, man. How about you?
Yeah, honestly, man, like the thing that I want to see or hear the most probably is probably that those new Native Instruments expansions they made for the MPC
Okay.
to see
Cool.
how they work. Because my only gripe with the MPC, because we love our hardware standalone, is that it still only got 4 gigs of RAM.
Okay.
So majority of the synths for the MPC are wavetable. They're not wavetable's not a real synth.
Okay.
It's just two samples blended with effects.
Okay.
It's not a real synth. It's not real synthesis. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So all those new Native Instruments ones, they not real synths. They just wavetable synths. They just like blend. It's kind of like Omnisphere. Omnisphere is not a real synth.
Okay.
Because it just starts off with two waveforms with effects and shit added. So it's not like creating synthesis. It's like a sampler almost. You know what I'm saying? So that's what these packs are. But the fact that they NI though, that's what makes it. Because a guy can't touch NI when it comes to sounds. So I'm excited. I'm probably going to get those joints like in the next week or two. Because the only problem with it is you got to update to the new MPC 3. And they made the new MPC 3 like damn near Ableton. And I don't want that. I didn't want.
Really?
I like the simplicity of the MPC. So they made it damn near adult. Like your MPC standalone is damn near adult now. Like the way tracks are handled, everything is like a DAW. And I don't like that. So
they having you upgrade to that in
you
order
gotta
to
upgrade.
use that?
That's how Akai do it.
That makes
Like
sense.
when they come out with some new shit, you gotta upgrade so you can use it. You know what I'm saying? So like even me complaining now, I had to upgrade mine so I can get stems. Or I had to upgrade
Okay.
it so I can get Flavor Pro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta upgrade again. But the only difference is this is a major upgrade. This is going to a new version. The whole MPC is gonna be laid out different. That's the only thing. That learning curve. The MPC, the way it's laid out now, even though, I got old MPCs and then this generation, but it's been the same since 2017. That's 7 years I've been using this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got my MPC the end of 2017.
Right.
So that's 7 years plus a couple months that I'm changing up some shit now. So I got 2 MPCs from the new generation. I got a live and a key. So I was gonna buy one and put the new software on it to see if I liked it and all that. But now since I gotta get it to use the new shit, the new Akai stuff, the new Native Instrument stuff, I'm gonna just go and update it and see if I like it or not, man. And just go backwards if I don't. I'm just not gonna be able to use that Native Instrument stuff if I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Let me ask you this one quick question. When you say you gonna use it to see if you like it, and if you don't like it, you gonna go back. Does it be hard when you gotta go back? Like you gotta reinstall it to reinstall the
Oh,
old one and
I've
like
never
that?
gone back
Okay.
because I don't update when everybody else update.
Okay.
It takes me years to update. Like I didn't. Now I'm thinking about I didn't have to update to get stems because I wouldn't have got it. Now I'm thinking about I don't even got stems on my MBC on my key. Stems is on my live. I don't got it on my key. So I never update when everybody else update. So I don't know if it's easy to go back or not because I never want to go back. Because I see people complaining about it and I be like, well, I don't need them new sounds. I don't
Right.
need that new effect. I'm cool.
Right.
I want to keep my workflow. I don't want to be sitting here being frustrated for a week because it's cutting off because they gave us this weird ass beta version to use. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, that makes
So
sense.
I never update. So that's the only problem. I only update when I have to, like, and I never use the new synths when they come out. I never use the brand new shit when it come out. So I never have to update to the new version until another version came out that fixed all the problems with that one. Now I'll update. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Hopefully it's easy to just go back if you want to. Hopefully it ain't like a damn Mac where it's damn near impossible to go backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that is true. That. It do be difficult with doing backsteps in the Mac.
Yeah, it's hard to go back, man. Because you got to go find the damn software
Yep.
where they
Yep.
don't make it readily available.
That's true.
You got to like go
You gotta-
find it.
Yeah.
You can
gotta
find it, but you
download
got to
it.
go find it.
Then you got to reboot it from that drive wherever you stored it on and all that good stuff, man.
Yep.
Let's check it out, man. We talked about NAMM, talked about some new equipment, man. Shout out to SSL for dropping their new merch. Shout out to Behringer for just rigging everybody merch. Shout out to who else? Drummer. I definitely want to try y'all stuff out. Barefoot. Everybody that was at NAMM that gave some lovely stuff, man. Appreciate y'all dropping these new
Yeah.
this new
Yeah,
technology
this year
for
was
us.
an exciting one, man.
You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of dope new studio mics that came out. I don't want to talk about them because I want to purchase them first.
But I will say that, man, just like me personally viewing from afar, because I was paying attention a lot last year, too. It seemed like, last year was the year of the DJ. So that's probably why. There's a lot of DJ stuff came out last year. This year, it seemed like it was the year of the beat maker. So it's just, like I say, it's just, I ain't go to last NAMM either. So I could feel a difference from afar. It felt like this year was like way, excuse me, and that's with all the wildfire. It's a lot of people who probably didn't even go to LA because of that. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot all about that.
Not LA, Cali, but you know what I'm saying?
I forgot all about that. Yeah, man. Shout out to the first responders out there that helped
Oh, yeah,
out.
definitely. They had to do their thing,
Yeah,
man.
man. Just being there, just helping out, man. That's love, man.
Yep.
Shout out to all the survivors. Just prayers for everybody, man.
Definitely.
But definitely, man. I want to thank y'all for coming out, man. I'm Fam North,
Volcano Beats.
the Stu Podcast, and we out. Peace.
Peace.